Hey, this is Jed with Manual Mortgage. In this video, I'm going to answer some of your common questions that you have and I know are going to help you out and get you going in the right direction. All right, so let's get down to business. And before we get started, these are just going to be some quick answers to your questions. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I know we're going to help you out. And if you want more detail, be sure to comment below and I'll give you a little bit, I'll give you a further in-depth answer, or you can check out some of my other videos where I go into great detail and should be able to answer all of your questions. So question number one, what income docs do you need to get started? Well, at bare minimum, you're going to need at least 1 year of W-2s, possibly two, of course. 30 days of pay stubs. You're going to need a driver's license and also any other types of income that you're going to be using to qualify the loan. You'll need to verify that as well as 2 months of continuous bank statements, and you're going to need all pages. What do I mean? Pages 1 through 8, you need to have all 8 pages. Don't piece it up or just give the first page with the balance on there. All right, so question number 2. Do you need to pull credit to get pre-approved? My goodness, this answer is yes. If you're willing to put your social security number and on a application for a credit card, you need to do it. You need to pull credit when you're doing a home loan. You're not getting a credit card. You're trying to buy a house. If you do it for a car, you need to do it for a house. If you want to get the best information and have a correct analysis of your credit report, you need to have it pulled. All right, so question number 3. How long do you need to be employed to be approved for a loan? The short answer, you have to have at least 2 years of continuous employment. Question number 4. How many months of bank statements do you need to prove assets when you're purchasing a home? That answer is going to be at least 2 months of continuous bank statements. And as I mentioned in question number 1, you're going to need to show all pages of that asset statement, or if you're going with a 401k, you need to get at least 2 months or the quarterly statement, be able to show what that balance is going to be. Okay, so question number 5. What credit score do you need to be pre-approved for a conventional loan? So a conventional loan, I've always said in all my other videos, you're always going to be wanting to work with at least a 640 and down to 620. Yes, you might be able to, I don't say you might be able to, you've heard that you might be able to get 600 or 580. Yeah, you might be, but it's going to be very difficult to get approved, and for sure, you will not get approved if you have a late payment or a collection within the last 12 months of that credit being pulled. So be prepared for that. Question number 6 is, what's the minimum down payment for a conventional loan? All right, so the minimum down payment is going to be 3%. You'd like to have 5, 10, or even 15 or 20. But the more you have on your down payment, the better your chances are to get approved, and the lower your mortgage insurance is going to be for those who put down less than 20%. Now, what's the credit score number 7, what's the credit score you need to be pre-approved for an FHA loan? It's no different, really. You need to have at least a 640 down to 620. Anything below that, you're going to be, it might hurt your chances for an approval. Once again, you're going to run into, your scores are down below 620 or below 600 for a reason, and most likely that's going to be collections. And if you have collections within the last 12 months or late payments, you're most likely not going to be approved. So be sure to try to raise your scores as much as you can. Now, number 8, what's the minimum down payment for an FHA loan? Very simple, 3.5%. Number 9, can a down payment be borrowed? No. It has to come in the form of a gift, meaning that you don't have to pay it back, or the donor is not expecting to be reimbursed. Now, maybe some gray area here, or to get around that, if you might have to pay them back, then here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to need to season those funds in your bank account for at least 2 or 3 months. The longer the better, because then that money will be sitting in there and you're only going to verify the last 2 months. Now, number 10, what is PMI? Check out my other video on PMI. Now, it's actually private mortgage insurance, and anybody that puts down less than 20% is going to require private mortgage insurance. It's an added monthly payment it's an added amount to your monthly payment. Is it a bad thing? No. A lot of people will say, oh, it's such a bad thing, but if you don't have 20%, which I would say 95% of home buyers don't have it, what it does is it allows you to put down less than 20% and still be able to purchase a home. There's ways to get around it. Comment below if you want that answer, and I'll be glad to help you out. Now, rounding up this list, number 11. How many years of tax returns do you need for self-employed borrowers? You're going to need 1 year. If your business, let's back up. If your business has been open for more than 5 years, you're going to need just 1 year. Now, if your business has been open for less than 5 years, most likely you're going to require at least 2 years of tax returns. It's really going to depend on what the desktop underwriter is going to require. Now, I hope I've answered a lot of your questions and you found some value in this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, so what? I'm just kidding. Be sure to give us a thumbs down, but before you go, comment below and let me know what I missed or what other answers you'd like to have or questions you'd like to have answered. Big shout out to my nephew Taylor, who just turned 16, has got him a new truck, and my niece Morgan, who just got into Pace University in New York. I love you both. You guys take care. Thanks for stopping by.